It's like that. Member of the British Empire. You know, when you get to Buckingham Palace, you go into their ballroom and you're lined up. As I went to walk up, the beautiful orchestra above had been playing lovely, lovely music, and they suddenly started, "Shall we dance?" all that. And it was absolutely amazing, you know. And I just looked like this, and he obviously saw me shake my head because I wanted to do this. He was smiling all over his face, and he said, "And are you still teaching?" And I looked at him, and I forgot to say, "Sir." I said, "Of course." Go, and round. Here! What is the matter with you? Don't go too fast. Now, 1, 2, 3. To learn some form of dance is the basis of everything. You know, whether you want to act or whether you just want to walk in the street, whether you want to be a policeman or, you know, they've always got better deportment. I've always enjoyed dance, but it was not until I became a teenager that I became interested in teaching. All right, second bell. And there's something in teaching that you get, I think, with nothing else I can think of. Bell and Prince, Kelvin. So I think whatever I do, I try and have a little bit of happiness if possible. I came in here to the Helen and May on the beginning of January, 55. It was at the invitation of the lady who runs the ballet school. She was looking for someone to introduce the Royal Academy of Dance syllabi. And so I accepted her invitation to come out for 2 years, but I am still here. When I first came, this room, the blue room, was a bedroom for 4 ladies. The Helen and May actually was for the European girl coming to that because they already had the YWCA for Asian people. We had to abide by the rules. One of them was 10 o'clock at night. They would close the front door, but there was a side gate and you could always ring the bell and the boy would let you in. Gentlemen were not allowed in, except if you invited them for dinner. They may go down to what is now the garden room. So we went down with a gentleman friend. Everybody who was eating dinner would look at you and say, "Oh, who's that? Who's she with?" And chitter-chatter started. I had a boyfriend here in Hong Kong. During the short time that he was here with me, I found him to be very demanding. When he went, it was such a relief that I really couldn't face it again, so I just broke it off. And so he accused me then, "Oh, you found somebody else," and I wrote back and said, "Yes." You have to think if you're going to live with somebody for a long time. And I'm interested in art, but his was, to me, superficial. Whereas my husband devoted all his life to me, literally. I remember him saying to me after my wedding, now, you love dancing, I will allow you to teach. And so I said, oh, thank you. He said, but 6:30 at night, you must remember you are my wife. He worked hard, but he would always come and help me produce shows. I taught him how to do ballroom, and we did that from 64 until 96. We did it. He taught the boys and I taught the girls. My Alma was absolutely wonderful. I had her 25 years, she was with me, and she didn't speak English. So we said, please only speak Chinese to the children. We were learning when my son was around 2 years old, and he had a pillow for bed. And so I learnt the phrase, go fetch your pillow for bed. And it worked beautifully, and we were learning quite happily, when one day I said it incorrectly. I cannot remember when I went up or my inflection went down, but it was something like jam tao and jam tao. One means pillow for bed, the other says cut off your head. So I said to my husband, worst thing I ever did in my life, I think, probably. I said to him, I'm never going to learn or speak Chinese anymore. I want friends. I don't want enemies. I'll put that on top. Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Close the door. When my son was 5, my youngest son was 5, I went to Bangkok. On my return, I said to my husband, I will take David into town. And I went into a shop, and they all came. And when I got home, I said, what is the matter? Everybody wants to touch David's hair. What has happened while I've been away? He was on television with Lydia Sum. So everybody had seen this child with red hair who could talk Chinese. Yeah, so I said to him, I'm sorry, I'm not taking you into town for a little while. For me, I'm sad in my heart for my sister, but I'm just very thankful that I'm able to go and join her and give her support. When my husband passed away, I felt after the funeral, I felt a little easier than I did before. And the fact that they delayed the funeral for me is, you know, I appreciate that they really wanted me to be there. So I have mixed feelings. I will feel much better at the end of the week. Oh, sorry. I just want my bag. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Can I put it on top?
Yeah. But I need to turn these, don't I? Do I need to put a different one in every time?
No. Do you know what it is? Is it already turned off?
I can't remember. Because I asked for a wheelchair as well, because I have thrombosis.
All right, okay, no problem.
I'll get that later, yes? Thank you very much.
I'm going to get him a toy.
Oh.
No toy.
Well, up to you.
Okay, I'll have a quick look. I'll be back.
Or we do FaceTime, so she can wave and say, you know, she knows what's happening. But I asked her how she was feeling, and she said, I guess the same as you did when your husband passed away. So, you know, she's got 3 daughters and a son, and they're all with her at the moment. So they said I'm the missing block.
initial plan was only to stay in Hong Kong for 2 years.
Correct.
But you ended up staying longer. How come?
Well, I guess it was because I met my husband, and I came in 54, but we were married in 56. So that delayed me returning to UK. But my husband, I must say, was very gallant. He left the Hong Kong Shanghai Bank to marry me. But I loved my job, and I love my job now. And that's what's kept me here. It kept me even after he passed away. I still came back to my school. Beforehand, I taught you in class, right? All your grades.
Yeah,
It's
like
only-
once a week or twice a week?
Twice a week I would teach her. I miss teaching her, but I will see tomorrow how well she's doing. Because I'll be conducting the mock exam.
For the mock exams, and I just feel like I would just dance, and I'll think of her as an examiner instead of my grandma. So I'll give it everything I got.
Thank you. Good. You know your grandfather was taller than you. He was 86 foot tall.
Like Dad?
Yes. A little bit shorter than you, Dad. Ooh. And whenever we went out ballroom dancing, people came up to me and said, "Your husband looks the perfect dancer." And I thought, I taught him. But we did everything together. You know? It left a big hole in my life. But yeah, we shared everything. When we got married, we said we would. And we did. We really did. So it was a wonderful life, yeah. I'm sorry he didn't see. But 20 years ago, and she's only 14, so it was a pity. He was just a wonderful person who enjoyed life to the full and thought that music and dance were a part of life that he hoped passed on to all of you. He was a very happy person and very generous and very outgoing. So I wish you luck. Okay? Over the past year, I've had several letters from people who have left long ago. Dear Mrs. Campbell, I know it's been a while since you heard from me. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate you on your well-deserved MBE. Secondly, I don't know if you recall, but I go to boarding school in England, and recently we did this mindful course, which was an interesting experience, to say the least. One of the exercises was to write an email or a letter to someone who you're grateful for, and for the first person I thought of was you. Although not my first ballet teacher, you helped me to see what dancing could be, and I thank you for that. It's been such an incredible experience, and it's brought to me such happiness and joy that I don't think anything else could do. There is something about moving with music that is so indescribable. Apologies for that cliche. So thank you for opening my eyes to a world of performance and excitement, which I've come to love with all my heart. Please keep inspiring others as you've done for me. Sincerely, Lizzie Herrett.